Hello, you're listening to Count Richard von Coudenhove-Kalergi. Today is Friday, the 23rd of October, and a day, in my opinion, which will go down in infamy, as Roosevelt said after the bombing of Pearl Harbor. A day where democracy died in Ireland, and a day we were denied the right to vote for more than the government-appointed candidates. This was a poll done there with Niall Boylan, and you can see 75.3% of those that voted in this poll spoilt their vote, as I will be doing myself. And great to see some of the graffiti around saying the same thing. And in my opinion, denying us the nomination, or denying Maria Steen the nomination for president, 2 votes short, in my opinion, could very well have started a Camelot type era in Irish politics, and wouldn't that have been nice? And unfortunately, by all accounts, we may have Catherine Connolly as the next president, unfortunately. And this photograph was taken on the same night that young girl was raped by a migrant who had a deportation order 6 months previous. He'd been in the country 6 years and had been given a deportation order. And I personally think the photograph was quite in bad taste if you consider what actually happened that day. But interesting to note, I don't know if you can see it there, but Ruth Coppinger is holding a handbag. And it's an interesting handbag because it is a watermelon handbag. And effectively, that is a watermelon when it comes to communism or Green Party and things like that. It's green on the outside but red in the middle. And it's a very clever symbol and, in my opinion, a significant piece of her attire. Let's put it that way. And I suppose after seeing that picture, reminds me of a quote from Aesop, and that is, a man is known by the company he keeps. But also I prefer one from Euripides, the Greek philosopher, who I think he lived about 80 years of age in about 400 BC. And he said, "He who lives with the wolves learns how to howl." And I think Catherine Connolly certainly has learned how to howl. But I suppose the purpose of the video also is to show a clip from Vicor Street, where there was a performance by artists in support of Catherine Connolly for her election. And I'd like to play this because you can get and understand the choice language by certain people in their performance, including Christy Moore, who I used to like. But I'm going to play that for you now.
We're standing together tonight, and what a woman, what a president she will make. Catherine Connolly.
What we've achieved together, I cannot put a value on that. We have put aside our differences, and we have decided we want a different republic, don't we?
This song is dedicated to Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael, all the rich people in the country, the landlords, the fucking Catholic Church, all those cunts.
Catherine Connolly represents a movement. This is about the young people of Ireland standing together with one united voice, saying we do not want Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael in the Irish or in this.
Fuck Fine Gael and fuck Fianna Fáil.
We know who the enemy is, and it is no one man but a system that subjugates us and separates us and pits us against one another. And the name of that system is capitalism.
With this growing beast that we have, which is the far right, it's important at every juncture to use your voice and to look to the person to your left and right and realise that the people in the room with you are the hope that you're looking for. It's really easy to fall to despondence. So, every vote election day and vote Catherine Connolly.
Now there's just a selection of some of the comments. I'm going to let that scroll down through here. And you can see the level of disappointment in the people, including myself. And it is a very sad day for politics. This week I'm also reminded it's coming up to the 39th anniversary of Philip Kearns, who went missing. And I never knew the chap, but I did go to the same school. And it's still a tragedy that still hangs over the area as to what happened to him. And chances are there are people who are still alive who know exactly what happened in around that time. So a sad day. And I think Halloween is always a reminder, as it's around the time that he went missing. Also, I note that each year it seems to go by that the Halloween decorations seem to be even more gruesome this time than last year. And I would also mind as well that, unfortunately, there are people who commit suicide by hanging, and the number of ghouls and goblins that I see hanging from windows and doors in people's houses, personally I think is a little bit insensitive. People who may have lost a loved one through that. Now, I'm coming up to the end of the comments there. Isn't that something? And I couldn't agree more. And also on the ballot, it was interesting to note that some of the ones that I have seen have brought up the subject of excess deaths. It's believed to be in the region of 25,000 plus. So I'll just end by saying thanks for listening. God save Ireland from all those who want to do us harm. Good night, good luck, and God bless.